Claire from Claire Makery, and today I am going to be showing you how to do corner to corner crochet. Corner to corner crochet is one of my most favorite crochet techniques to do, especially for blankets and different color work projects. It might seem scary or might seem intimidating, but trust me, once you pick up how to do this stitch, you're going to be totally hooked on it. To do corner to corner crochet, you don't need any fancy tools. You don't need to buy anything new. You can do it with just your normal crochet hook and any yarn that you want. Typically, all corner to corner crochet projects use a graph. So it will be a series of rows that are worked diagonally in order for you to create a project. So most of the time corner to corner crochet projects are blankets, but you can also use it to make anything from pillows to garments to anything you want. It's really limitless what you can do, and it's all done with just a couple stitches. So let's go ahead and get started. So to demonstrate this stitch today, I am going to use the We Crochet / Knit Picks new upcycle reserve wool bulky yarn. This is a really soft and beautiful yarn, and then a size 8mm Furls crochet hook. So you can use any weight of yarn to make this. It will just influence the size of your stitches, but I wanted to do it in this bulky yarn so that it's easy to see as I make this. So to start, you're going to do a slip knot, and then we begin every corner to corner crochet project by chaining 6 stitches. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the reason we do this is because we are going to have these 3 stitches here are going to form a sort of the first stitch in this, and then we will be doing 3 double crochets right here. So we'll yarn over, go to this 4th chain from the hook, then we will do this with finishing that stitch, then do 2 more double crochets here. And then we've now finished our very first corner to corner crochet square. So all corner to corner crochet projects are based off of this one square, and then you will work diagonally in rows across as you make this and go from corner to corner. Okay, so let's talk about how we continue with this project now that we've got our first little square here. So we're going to do the same thing we just did by chaining 6 stitches. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then so your piece will look like this. Then what you're going to do is you're going to turn it and flip it over. So now we are technically working on the wrong side of this. One easy way to tell when you're working on the wrong side is that your slip knot will be on the left side of your work. So if you are working on the right side, it will always be on the knot on the bottom will always be on the right side, and if you're working on the wrong side, it will always be on your left. So then we're going to go down to this 4th chain from our hook, do the same thing doing these double crochets here, there we go. And now we've got our second square made. So since we have this square made now, what we're going to do is we are going to go to this 3rd stitch right here. So it was the first stitch that we did when we started our project. Now it's going to be this 3rd stitch away from the edge. We're going to take our hook, go through that, and then we do a slip knot. And then now we have officially joined these 2 squares together. Let me get my yarn back. Okay, so now we've officially joined these 2 squares together, and we have 2 squares. So we still need to do 1 more square though to complete the 2nd row. So we're going to chain 3 stitches, and then we're going to work in this chain 3 space that we made at the very start of working these stitches. So we're going to do our 3 stitches within that chain 3 space. So 2, and then 3, and I always like to do one of my last stitches in either this spot right here off of the post of one of the stitches on this square, or do it here along the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and do it here along the edge. And this, I just like doing this because it helps with the gaps that sometimes can happen. So then we've got our little rows right here. So this is row 1, this is row 2, made up of 2 squares. And then you'll do the same thing, repeating every time you increase until you begin to decrease again. So when you begin to decrease, what you're going to do is, instead of doing the chain 6 and then turning it and then working back down, instead of increasing like that, what you're going to just do is flip your work, and then you are going to slip stitch along these 3 stitches that you just did. And then you act as if you're doing the second stitch in one of the rows. So you'll chain 3 instead of chaining 6. And then you will work in the chain 3 space like you did before. 2 and 3. And then you have your square like that. And that is how you decrease. So whenever you get to a part that has decreases, then you'll only do the slip stitches across the last square that you just finished on your row, and then you'll do your chain 3s, and then you'll do your first square, and then you'll join it, and then you'll continue like normal on your graphghan. And what will happen when you do a graphghan or a corner to corner pattern is you'll have a bunch of increases, and then after you reach the corners, and every row after that is going to have decreases to start the pattern instead of doing these increases like we've just done. And then you always still just join it with that slip stitch like you did each time that you join your square. And that's essentially all that there is to corner to corner crochet. That's how you do the double crochet corner to corner stitch. I hope that you really enjoyed this tutorial and that it helped you learn how to do corner to corner crochet. Be sure to check out all of my other corner to corner crochet videos that I will be coming out with here on my channel. Hit the subscribe button below and like this video so that I know that you liked this tutorial, and I really hope that this helped you learn a brand new skill. Can't wait to share more of the tutorials I have coming for you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye! Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to like it below if you enjoyed watching it, and hit the subscribe button if you never want to miss out a video from me, and also check out my other videos and tutorials on my channel. See you next time!